From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. Silver is trading at $19.03 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,342 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $589. Antiwar.com reports Libya's UN-backed unity government, which controls a small portion of Tripoli, has lost a no-confidence vote on Monday in Libya's UN-backed parliament, which controls most of the smallish city of Tobruk further to the east. The vote was 61-39 with a quorum present. The unity government, however, insisted that there is cheating because they did not know that the vote was going to happen on Monday, though it does not appear they would have had enough to sway the vote their way either way. Under the UN design, the three largest extant governments would be unified under this unity government, with the Tobruk parliaments as the national parliament and the Tripoli parliament serving in a consulting position. None of those groups have endorsed the others, however, which has left the UN and the US threatening everyone else, demanding they endorse the unity government's positions. The Tobruk parliament, however, said that the unity government lacked qualifications to lead, had achieved nothing of note in its brief existence, and was overtly fighting against the Libyan army, which is mostly loyal to Tobruk. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports teachers in California won a major victory on Monday when the state Supreme Court refused to hear a lawsuit that challenged various traditional protections for educators, such as tenure. The California Supreme Court declined to hear arguments in Vergara v. California, a lawsuit filed in 2012 on behalf of 9 public school student plaintiffs in the state. The suit alleges that students are being denied a proper education because protections sometimes keep ineffective teachers in the public school system. The main thrust of the suit's argument was that students' academic performance would improve if school officials were more easily able to fire bad teachers. The Los Angeles Superior Court ruled in favor of Vergara in 2014, but an appeals court overturned that decision in April, which sent the matter to the California Supreme Court. The plaintiffs challenged 5 statutes that offer teachers protection, including one that gives tenure after 2 years and another that makes it more complicated to terminate teachers. Such protections have been in place in California and the rest of the United States for decades as a measure to bolster an often shallow candidate pool. By refusing to hear the case, the state Supreme Court remanded the issue to the California legislature, which has moved cautiously on the matter, partly due to strong, influential teachers' unions. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. Reuters reports more than 3,000 Louisiana residents were still in emergency shelters as record floodwater receded on Monday, while government officials weighed options for temporary housing after the state's worst disaster since Hurricane Katrina. About 60,000 homes have been reported damaged or destroyed in flooding that swept through 20 parishes in the southern part of the state after torrential rains earlier this month. With swollen rivers, streams, and bayous returning to normal, many people were going back to their homes and businesses, and state offices had reopened. But the governor's office said about 3,075 residents were still living in shelters as of Monday. The extent of the damage prompted the Federal Emergency Management Agency to extend a grace period to renew lapsed flood insurance policies for parts of Louisiana for the first time since Katrina in 2005. Residents have already filed more than 25,600 flood insurance claims, but only 42% of Louisiana homeowners in high-risk areas had flood insurance, while only 12.5% of homeowners in low and moderate risk areas were covered, according to FEMA. Additionally, the agency has already received 110,000 applications for individual assistance, and $74 million in individual grants has been paid out. FEMA has formed a task force to identify temporary housing options for thousands displaced by the floods that may include manufactured housing units that meet or exceed government certifications. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.